Well, what's the most hot topic these days? From Beijing to Washington, who's been discussed? None other than Donald Trump himself, who's been convicted on all 34 counts by 12 jurors of New York. Well, what happened? Well, there was a case that happened 8 years back, and the conviction has taken place now, and the sentencing is on the 11th of July. So from Beijing to Washington, the most discussed topic is Donald Trump. He is a convicted felon. And in the American system, I won't do crystal ball gazing. I will do what I can do best, is a critical analysis of the laws of the land. Well, in 235 years of the American history, never ever has this happened. You know, in the recent past, just 10 votes short of impeachment, this man has got 9 lives. No doubt about that. Well, from the 2020 scandal, he was calling the Ukrainians to investigate his opponent, the presidential opponent, Biden's son, Hunter Biden. He was telling the Ukrainians to have an investigation against him. Well, from one scandal to the other, you name it, he has it. Well, Donald Trump, from casinos to condominiums, Brooklyn, Queens, and the glitzy Manhattan, well, all the money couldn't save him from the conviction. And yes, the American system allows a convicted felon to contest for the presidential election. Well, they are lucky, the Americans. Well, here in Pakistan, we have to thank General Zia for that. In 1985, he brought some very fundamental changes in the Constitution of Pakistan. The Article 62 and 63 that are part and parcel of the 1973 Constitution now are they're like sword of Damocles hanging over the heads of our National Assembly candidates. A convicted felon cannot contest Pakistani elections. But in America, the most powerful democracy of the world, a convicted felon, yes, Donald Trump can contest, and the sentencing is on the 11th of July, just a couple of days before he wins the Republican Party's nomination in the nomination convention. Well, so will that matter? Will that affect the American voters' psyche? Well, if I give you a critical analysis, that would be like in the American presidential system, there's a concept of swing states. Like in this presidential election, if we talk about Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, just a couple of thousand voters, if they decide because of his conviction to stay back home, not to vote for him, then tables could turn. Otherwise, the Americans don't care about what happened 8 years back. They're more passionate about the southern border, what's happening, the competition with China, and of course, what's going on in Israel, the war, the crisis in the Middle East. And of course, their dollars spending in the Ukrainian war. So they're more interested in these matters. Then I don't think it's going to do much of a harm to his presidential dreams of contesting the 2024 presidential elections. But if we give an overview of the New York, the jurors, you can understand the concept that here in Pakistan, we have in-camera proceedings in the Supreme Court. There's a gag order, PICA comes, PEMRA comes to the rescue, and the proceedings cannot be aired, and the public cannot view what's going on in the courts of Pakistan. But in America, of course, In New York, there was a gag order. Well, Trump flaunted that. He came out, criticized the judge. Well, not even the judge, his family also. But 12 ordinary citizens made a difference. The jurors, they convicted him on all 34 counts. Well, would that impact his dreams of becoming the president of the most democratic country in the world? Well, let's see. November is around the corner, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Well, let's see. If you like our program, please do subscribe, share the channel. Till next time, take care.